The life advice nobody talks about is putting yourself in good situations. It's not about your pay grade, how many degrees you got, what sex you are, what race you are. The disease of getting older, people get older and have a lot of bitter and hatred for, like, let's just say an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, a job that they used to work at. And I was thinking I was getting out of my truck a few weeks ago, and a guy come talking about, ah man, you work for Schneider, oh I can't stand them something bitches, they still are. He just started going off about how Schneider, what type of guy would do that? Some bitter old man that probably was an owner operator. Exactly. So he started just going off about Schneider this and Schneider that, Schneider a piece of shit, and all this other stuff. And then, he thought I work for Schneider. I'm like, dude, I don't work for Schneider. This guy just pull mega carrier trailers, okay? He broke it with a lot of mega carriers. So just because I got the trailer does not mean I work for that company. Okay, but he just started going to town about how Schneider, but he's speaking like that from an owner operator standpoint. You see what I'm saying? His sector is, he's speaking like that from an owner operator standpoint. Like, you know what I'm saying? So unless you're owner operator or people that owner operate, we're in two different sectors. Even though we drive a vehicle, we are in two different divisions of trucking. Okay, so I don't know what. Okay, yeah. But anyway, back to life advice. Life is about putting yourself in good situations, and I think the Pareto principle that gurus teach is right, and it's all about the money. Money. You gotta. It's not about how much money you make all the time, but you gotta put yourself in winning situations. You gotta put yourself where you can win. Put yourself where you can win. Where you can win. Like, as I get older, I realize I got an ex-girlfriend, for an example, right? And then people notice by the time you get 40 and 50, she's staying with an ex-boyfriend, and the situation is hell. They're arguing every day, yada, yada, yada. He don't want her to leave. When she tried to leave, he stopped her from leaving. And it's just. So what do you learn from situations like that? People living with their ex-boyfriends and girlfriends and situations like that, man, not all of them, but a lot of them be hell. A lot of times living with ex-boyfriends and girlfriends do not work out. Some people become old and bitter and vengeful. They breaking each other's houses. Yeah, at least they breaking each other's shit. And it's just no. It's just not. It's just don't ever. You can't situation like that. Don't do that again. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that. No. Don't do that again. But let's look at like dirty trucking for an example, man. This is an example. Everybody knows somebody like dirty trucking. Watch dirty trucking. She's old, holding on to the past, ignorant, arrogant. Everybody's out to get her. She's in her own world of delusion. You know somebody similar. They're usually over 40. They're usually over 35. They're usually over 35, talking about shit that don't nobody know but's inside their head. I think the disease of getting older is that we think everybody know about your past, whether you got fired, your ex-boyfriend, your girlfriend. Don't nobody know about that shit, bro. But you and maybe your family, and they ass forgot because they don't think about your ass all the time. But I think the disease of getting older, man. And it's not like this in every older person, but it's like this in a lot of older people. They're old, they're bitter. You can't tell them shit. Think about diabetics. Like, you know how many people I know fucking diabetic and got health problems because of their fucking diet, and then their son or daughter be trying to help them change their diet, or boyfriend or girlfriend, and they don't change their fucking diet, bro. One thing you got one rule of life. You can't change people. You gotta let people be who they are. Some people want to change. You gotta let people be who they are. That's another thing, man. You can't change people, man. Some people habits and diseases, and it's gonna kill them. Same with this obesity epidemic. It's gonna kill people. It's like the drug. It's like drugs will kill people. Drugs will kill people, but obesity will kill people too. Okay? You just can't change it, bro. But situational awareness, go back to dirty trucking. Dirty trucking, bro, she been complaining. Her rent, she got an income problem. A guru said this best, bro. You have an income problem. You don't have enough income coming in. And then the coffee examiner, he said this, oh my God, I see, not all gurus ain't bad. Now, this was a great guru. He said something phenomenal. He said something, saving on coffee every day is not going to change your life. He said if you save every day on coffee, let's just say, it was a real quip, on like a minute long. He said if you save every coffee every day, what is that, $5? Oh, okay. At the end of the month, let's just say it's $150. So you saved $150 in 30 days. I mean, what the fuck is that going to do for anybody? Instead of people focus on saving so much, they have an income problem. They need to figure out how they can make more versus saving a few dollars, which is at the end of the day, at the end of the month, you have an income problem. I think nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about because everybody's attached to this saving. Bro. And then on top of that too, I say situational road. It's like me, for an example, with Dirty Trucking, because you follow Dirty Trucking for a while. She used to be a truck driver, let's just say a year or 2 years ago. And you're better off living out of a truck with any one of these carriers than staying at a place where you can't afford to pay your rent. See, look, what position would you rather be in? What position would you rather be in? Living out of a truck. At least you got some money in your pocket, so you can buy the basic things that requires in life, which is food, clothing, basic shit that everybody got to buy. No matter if you buy it from a thrift store, wherever you buy it from, it don't matter. Versus being in a situation like Dirty Trucking, she don't have any extra money. She don't have no savings. Don't worry, you guys got to remember, it's the millions of other people similar to Dirty Trucking. They have a place they cannot afford. They're not making enough money. They may not be psychotic as Dirty Trucking, but you know somebody. You know multiple people. They're usually above the age of 35. Okay, but what's her overall problem? She's been standing in the place for months. I don't know how long she's been in the place. Wow. And she has an income problem. Uber, you'd be better off living out of a fucking truck. What I mean, I'm saying this again. Would you rather live out of a fucking truck or have your own place, and you don't got no extra money? Because as she talk, you listen to her. She talks. She don't got no extra money. She's 50. She's 50 plus, and age don't mean shit because a lot of older people ain't learned shit. They too busy hating the government and everybody out to get them. See how that mindset is so toxic? See, look at that mindset. You know somebody in your life with this similar mindset. Everybody's out to get their old fat ass. Okay, you know somebody, I promise you, it's somebody want to expand to 50 people. Because everybody have at least a network of 50 people. It may be your co-workers, it may be people you know of. Everybody got at least a network of like 40 people. Family members, co-workers, people, even the social medias, even like some social media people that you know personally. So it's like you have a network of a network. Your first network and your second network. Shit, I like to call the second network is the people that you don't know directly, the people that you know indirectly. Somebody told you about this person. But you know somebody similar to Dirty Trucking. Got older, don't realize you have an income problem. Well, first of all, you can't teach these people anything because they know everything. They know everything and you're out to get them. So if you're out to get them, you can't teach these people. That's why as I get older, some arguments I just let go. And some arguments you got to let go. As I get older, and especially in the rate of fitness, as I get older and I realize, and I understand people more. Everybody got an excuse why they're fat. Everybody make up this excuse why they're big. And they live with that excuse for their entire life, basically. So they make up that excuse. Most of the time, they don't got time. Oh, I'm fat because of blank. I'm fat because of this. Or I don't got in the gym. Especially with trainers and fitness people, they already know. Nobody got time. They don't got time. I don't got time for this. I don't got time for that. And, I just don't got time. And, see, that's the milk, bro. Some arguments you just got to let go. You're going to be arguing back and forth with people. You just got to let it go, bro. They ain't going to see what You know, and in life and world, people don't see what you see. They don't. They don't. They don't. Which is okay. It's fine. It's fine. They don't see what you see. People don't see what you see, which is fine. But the most important thing, 80% of what's going on in the world, you can let go. That's what nobody talks about. 80%, because 80% of what's going on is pulling your emotions, focus all over the place. Especially because it's different type of people in the world. As you get older, you realize there's people that's emotionally fucked up in the head. So their mentalness, and they're like overthinkers. So their brain is all over the place. All over the place. Like on the dating show, I'm watching these older women, they start crying, they get emotional because they want kids. I want to say so bad. My logical brain want to say, okay, you never had any kid in your life. Okay, but I want to say so bad. Can you take care of kids? How much money do you make? How much money do you have in a savings account? Let's say, for an example, let's just say, for an example, you're a 40-year-old woman and out of a miracle blue that you have a kid. Do you have money to take care of a kid? Do you got a partner that you're going to be with while you raise that kid? Some women are so emotionally drawn in having a kid, they don't give a fuck about the man. They just want a kid so bad. Some women, they want a kid so bad. Fuck about the man can leave him tomorrow as long as I got my baby. Fuck him. So you got like 1 to 3% trying to freeze their eggs. They haven't found the man to have a baby with. My only thing is, I think logically. I think to my logical brain, do you have money to take care of this kid? How much money do you make? How much money do you got in the savings account? Because it really doesn't matter. This is what nobody tells too. It really doesn't matter if the woman make 100 or 200K. Promise you, this is what I've learned from watching the dating show. A lot of women that make 100 and 200K, they don't save shit. They spending all that money. What's coming in is going right back out. So you may look like, oh my God, you make 120. Do you look at their bank account? It's $1,000. Bitch, you got $1,000 in the bank account. You make 120 and you want a baby. Well. You know what I'm saying? Their emotions. And then there's another thing as you get older too. People that think with their emotions, oh my God. People that think as you get older, you have to practice not thinking with your emotions and think logically. 80% of what's going on in life, you should let the fuck go. It don't concern you. The 20%, which most of that 20%, which is getting you in a situation where you can win financially. Examples of people that don't make a lot of money start renting rooms. Why do they do that? So they can win financially. Example. Truck drivers, for an example. You may not make a lot of money or money be inconsistent. So you're like, oh, okay, I'm just going to live out of a truck. Oh, okay, what? You may not agree with them. You may not agree, but hell. You better than people that got houses, apartments, and in foreclosure. Houses, apartments, and in foreclosure. To me, if you got a house or an apartment and you struggling to pay your rent, dude, you're halfway. You're trapped anyway. You're trapped anyway. I'm sorry. You are trapped. Okay, a part of that 20%, it will money. Everything in our life requires money. Nobody talks about that. Everything in our life requires fucking money. Period. The less money you have, the more you are just sad and depressed. Seriously, like Dirty Trucking, man. She's sad. I can't imagine how people feel. Just put yourself in a situation. Or anybody you know. Every month you are struggling to pay your rent. That will automatically make you sad and depressed. That will automatically have you worrying. That will automatically have you in that state of worry. Think about it. You know, it's not always about how much money you make. It's about putting yourself in situations to win financially. Shit. Financially. Goddamn. Financially. Shit. Like my ex-girlfriend. You know, people always want to buy houses, but then they can't really afford it. Stay somewhere where you can afford to pay the bills off your own salary. So if your boyfriend or girlfriend left you, you can pay the bills. Now, what happens with this? This happens all over America too. People, boyfriend or girlfriends leaves them, and now they can't afford to pay their rent without their boyfriend. This happens, bro. This happens, man. You got to put yourself in situations to win financially. Seriously, I follow Coach Greg Adams, and Coach Greg Adams hits on some great points. Seriously. That's what I've realized. Everybody's financial situation is different, but the most important thing, the Pareto principle, the 20%, you need to win financially, regardless of what that is. Hell, when I rented rooms for 10 years, I was winning financially. I wasn't struggling. I was at the same piss poor job for over 10 years, and I rented rooms for over 10 years. The myth that your people think is that you be at a job for years and you think you make a lot, and people assume that you make a lot of money because I've been with this job for 4 years. I've been with this job for 10 years. No, not in fast food and retail. You can be at them jobs for fucking long time and be a manager, supervisor for 10 years, and you know, them jobs are not high earning at nowhere near. Trust me. I spent 10 years in food service and retail, and I've dated several people that work a similar job than what I had. And I've watched them go on interviews, and this it's just a poor job. I'm sorry. The motherfuckers just don't make a lot of money. I'm just going to keep it real. I got experience, and I got my other friends' experience, people that I've dated. Yeah, just nope. I mean, this is what it is, man. Life is about situationships, man. Everybody's situation is different, though. Now, if you're able, this is the thing too. If you're able to save money, you are in a good position. If you're able to save money, you are beating out most people. A good percentage of people got houses they can't afford. They got apartments they can't afford. Every month it's a struggle to pay the mortgage. It's a struggle to pay that rent. So in my opinion, if you are able to save, you are in a good position. It may not be perfect or ideal, but you are in a good position. Seriously, man, it's 40 and 50-year-olds. Shit. You can do better when somebody making double the money as you if you can manage your money. If you can manage your money and just live. Most people don't even live underneath their means. They spend what they got. They just so many people. And I'm watching Dodie trucking. She's so pissed off because she can't afford. She's so pissed off. She's so pissed the fuck off. Her anger is stopping her from learning. See, this is the problem with older people. You too busy. You holding on to all this anger, toxic, blaming everybody else. You don't realize that you have an income problem. If you've been staying at the same place for 2 to 3 years and you can't afford to pay your rent, you have an income problem. Simple as that. You can't afford where you live. You need to file for bankruptcy or go rent a room. You need to go rent a room for $400-$500. See that soaking venting is not what most people would think. Go rent a room for like $500. It's better than paying $15 and you can't afford $15. If you don't make your rent money within 1 week, you're living above your means. If your one check can't pay your rent, you living above your means. That's my opinion.